Not every EFCC you see barging into your house, jumping through the fence, open the door, bang, 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 is EFCC. Not all of them are original EFCC. They don't they look at me. Oga no be me talk am o. Na EFCC na him talk am. In fact, listen.
Don't forget that it is not all of these cases where you have people breaking in and you know, all of these, most time they are not EFCC officers. I am telling you. I have had calls severally to say that some of these kids that you see online, you see people wearing happy car, wearing all these funny things. No, now that's not EFCC. I'm telling you. But people do that to discredit us, and we have been shouting and shouting and shouting, making, I can't recollect how many press statements I have written to say that all of these people, they are not from us. Now, if someone comes and he says, oh, I am from the EFCC, ask him to establish his identity.
Good point. Now, this is very dicey, but I just want us to digest it a little bit because things are happening. And don't worry, I'll play you the full video of the conversation on YouTube. But let's just look at it with our normal sense and with the way things are happening in this country. Now, EFCC is telling us to request for identity when such incidents happen. Now, I want to ask, how possible it is with the way things are happening in this country presently, how possible it is for an acclaimed EFCC officer who jumped or barged into your house, standing in front of you with AK, and you know how detention usually is. So, and I said acclaimed because you've not verified the identity. How possible it is for them to allow you to verify their identity while standing in front of you when you are not a VIP? Is that happening in this country? In fact, is it possible at all in this country? And I stand to be corrected because I have never heard of any. And you know, before 2 seconds, if you know collect slap, you go collect this one. How possible it is for them to allow you to verify them? Now, let's even say you have opportunity to ask them for their verification. Now, maybe you are standing behind a barricade between you and the officer. Now, when you ask him for his identity, and he gives you basically identity, identity where we say, you go look am, you go to do like this, because this country don't be as it go be you. Everything is possible. If not be here, we hear that some people go corrupt some kind thing on the highway with ratata, and at the end they caught them, and later they discover that the same ratata they use go corrupt something is official ratata from official people. Now, is it this one that is not going to be possible? Now, the EFCC is telling us that they have an open line that you can be able to call. Now, what if you call this line and nobody answers this call? Who is going to tell your story? What is going to be your fate? I need to understand because it seems I'm not understanding anything here. Now, before I forget, remember the incident that happened in Anambra where they barged into one young guy's house, and before you know what is happening, things went south, and the guy come out his chakakon and defended himself. And after things went south, just like I said before, person by, there has not been any news we've never had on that matter. Some say that the guy is a Yahoo boy, others say that he's a fraudster, and we have not even had the guy's own side of the story. All these things are things you will look at and you'll be asking questions. What is the possibility of what he's talking about? Is it not better they drop rules of engagement? We're supposed to start with inviting the person which they want to arrest, and let's say if the person refuses to honor the invitation, now they can find other alternative to get the person arrested instead of barging into the house through the fence during odd hours, just like the incident that happened in Anambra State, so that at the end of these days the person they want to arrest will be alive, the EFCC officials will be alive, and because the bad eggs are giving other people names, just like the EFCC told us on this video. Now, let's even say, does he mean that since it is like this, that each and every one of us should go arrange 4x4 mahogany? So that immediately 2 seconds, somebody knock, you go hold them, stay by the door. If you enter, but wait, this guy hold Kala now, no chance. No, this is not a laughing matter. It is a very serious case. In fact, let me allow you to listen to the full video. And as you are listening, be clicking on that share button and also subscribe in case if you have never done so for more updates. And after that, I'll be back. Let's go there.
Situations where you have lack of transparency, amongst your workers, your staffs? How do you handle it? That's one. Secondly, the overzealousness of some of your workers. It's crazy. I give you this situation. In a situation where you go for a house thing, or whatever, and then you destroy properties and let go of these things.
It's not possible.
Who handles that? But we've seen. Sir, I want to say this because I'm one person as a Nigerian. I don't mix emotions to reality. One thing that affects Nigerians as a people, most of us, we are emotional, and once we cancel people, we've canceled them.
No, you have asked 2 questions.
Yes. So, how do you handle the lack of transparency and the overzealousness of some of your workers?
Okay, thank you.
Please just help me with that. You talked about your identity, which is the card. We've had situations where people can also print cards and act like EFCC officials. How do you scan the original, card from those people who claim, in quotes, to be EFCC officials?
And the last one.
No, let's go with that.
I want us to be. I like the fact that you said that you are not emotional.
Yeah.
I want us to be very, very objective in the way we go about our discussion. There is no way in any setting, no matter your pretense to the contrary, there is no way you will not have 1 or 2 or 3 bad eggs in the system. There is no sanctimonious, holier than thou pretense in what we do. Yes, there can be instances where you have 2 or 3 people that are working at variance, with the mandate of the commission. We have our own in-house system. In fact, there is a department that is called Department of Ethics and Integrity. Whenever any case of breach of integrity is reported, and the fellow is reported to that department, of course, just last year, 27 officers were dismissed from the service of the commission because reports about breach of integrity and all of that, they sustain it against them, and we dismiss them. So we have our own in-house sanitation, cleaning framework to ensure that people do the right thing. That's number 1. Number 2, concerning overzealousness, if such a thing can be established and it is reported, such an officer goes for it. Okay. I am telling you. In fact, out of these 27 people that were dismissed, it's not that all of them were dismissed because of corruption issues. Some of them were dismissed because of overzealousness. So we have our own way. It's a carrot and stick thing. We have our own way of dealing with that. Okay. And don't forget that it is not all of these cases where you have people breaking in and all of these. Most time they are not EFCC officers. I am telling you. I have had calls severally to say that some of these kids that you see online, you see people wearing happy car, wearing all these funny things. No, that's not EFCC. I'm telling you. But people do that to discredit us, and we have been shouting and shouting and shouting, I can't recollect how many press statements I have written to say that all of these people, they are not from us. Now, if someone comes and he says, oh, I am from the EFCC, ask him to establish his identity. This is a country where people don't interrogate. They don't listen to me. I'm telling you.
You cannot tell somebody with power to identify him or herself.
You can do that.
Sir, when he has a gun pointing at you.
Let me know, and I will tell you what. How can you do that? How can you do that? We have our lines that are open. Yeah, you can call me. You can call me anytime, any day, anywhere. This also officer claims to be from the EFCC. Please, can you talk to him?
Sir, I'll be slapped.
You're only talking about slap. What if, at that point, you're trying to claim right and you got shot? How will you? Is it the dead body that's going to start complaining?
So I consider the fact that there may be such instances, but they are rare situations. Honestly, they are rare because most of these things that people, when we look at people, these people are not our people now.
Okay, sir. I wish there was a digital way you can find or get to know your workers, because the aggressiveness is crazy out there. I'll give you an instance of what just happened yesterday. Of course, some of us.
You get the point. And just like I said before, share your honest thought on the comment section, because this is a dicey issue, but you have to share your thoughts so that in case if this video get to them, they will now tell us what to do and what not to do, because things are actually happening. But nevertheless, you know the vibe now. Click on that subscribe button, share and follow for more update, because like this, hey, we move.